there. Today we're going to be talking about some of the most common problems I see in the left hand with the violin that prevents you from getting good, fast, quick movement with your fingers. So the first thing that you'll probably notice is my hand is flat as a pancake. I'm holding a piece of pizza. You don't want a pancake hand when you're playing the violin. You want your hand nice and open, almost to the point that you could stick a marshmallow in there. For some of my younger students, I say, stick a marshmallow in your hand and hold it there, because that's going to give you that nice open wrist shape that you want. The second thing I see is people clamp down really hard between their first and second fingers, and getting that much tension in your hand makes it actually harder to move your fingers. You could use this as an example. Make a really tight fist and keep tight, tight, tight. Now try and move your fingers. How easy is that? Not very easy at all. So we want a nice relaxed hand, and the more relaxed you can keep your hand, the easier it's going to be to move your fingers quickly and get them where they need to go. The third thing that I see is people have their fingers way out to the side. Now I'm really exaggerating that right now. But if you have your fingers way out to the side and you're trying to get them in to play notes quickly, that's not obviously going to work very well, is it? So what I like to kind of pretend is that my fingers are an umbrella resting over the fingerboard, and the umbrella just moves a little bit depending on which string I'm trying to hit. And the final thing that I want to mention is a lot of people have a tendency to either curl their pinky in, and then when they actually need their fourth finger, they got to uncurl it and then try and get it to the string, which slows you down. So what I recommend is keeping that pinky open. If you're curling it in, try and hold it open. That was one of the bad habits I had growing up as a violinist. So now you'll probably notice that I have my pinky a little bit wider than the rest of my fingers. But that's just because I had to work so hard and get it where I needed it to be. The final thing I want to talk about is where do you put your fingers? Most beginner violinists will have tapes put on by their teacher, and most of you will have tapes put on by me. And we talk about how sometimes we have our fingers on the tapes, and sometimes we have low fingers or high fingers. So the fingers that we're going to have low, usually I'll put a butterfly sticker or something else, just so you can see the difference between what we call a regular finger position and a low finger. Our low one is going to be right next to the nut at the bottom of the fingerboard here. Our regular one is going to be on the tape. Our low 2 is going to be right next to our 1. I say just slide it down the 1 and you'll be in the perfect spot. Then we have our spaced out 2 where we're on the tape. Then we have our regular old 3. There's no low 3 because it's right next to our 2. Then our high 3, which we really need to stretch close to our 4 tape. And then our 4. Sometimes we'll play our high 3 as a low 4, but that's less common. So I hope that helps show you where you should put your fingers and some common things to avoid. We don't want pizza hand, we want a nice open hand. We don't want clamping, we want nice relaxed hands so our fingers can move open. And we don't want curled pinkies, and we want our hands resting nicely over the fingerboard. If you have any other questions about left hand fingering or right hand bowing, or something's not feeling or sounding right, just leave a question in the comments section down below and I'll be happy to get back to you either with a separate video or just by answering in the comments section. If you want, I'll be doing a live Twitch stream every 2 to 4 p.m. on Fridays that you can tune in and ask me any other questions you might have. And that will be at Unsightly Gaming on Twitch. One word. Bye for now.